Hi guys, I hope all are fine here. Today I'm came with some new vocabulary that you can use these vocabulary in your daily life conversation and make more advanced. So let's get cool. So here are some newspaper vocabulary that I have took from the newspaper and I hope you will use these vocabulary in your daily life conversation. So the first one we have the rumoredly, second one we have the patriarchal, third one we have the intervene, fourth we have the levitt, fifth we have the commodity, sixth we have the tantalizing, seventh we have the miserly, eighth we have the seductive. Here, the first one vocabulary meaning of this rumoredly used to refer to a fact or piece of news that might be true or invented and quickly spreads from person to person. So, whatever news spreading person to person, either it could be true or the genuine news, or maybe just false news, but it's spreading to person. That's called rumored. So here the example of the rumored stock market crash has yet to take place. The second one we have the president is rumored to be seriously ill. So president is seriously ill. It's spreading the news person to person, but how much truth behind that news or not, it's not proved yet. So anyhow, which is there is don't know any strong proof when something just spreading a news without any strong statement. So that's called the rumor. The second one we have the patriarchal. The meaning of the patriarchal is ruled or controlled by men. And in another way, the patriarchy is a social system in which men hold primary power and predominate in rules of political leadership, moral authority, social privilege, and control of property. The patriarchy is associated with the set of ideas, a patriarchal that acts to explain and justify the dominance and attributes into the inherited natural differences between man and woman. So, and the sociologists hold varied opinions on whether patriarchy is a social product or an outcome of inherited differences between the sexes. And historically, patriarchy has manifested itself in the social, legal, political, religious, and economic organization of a range of different cultures, even if not explicitly defined to be by their own constitutions and laws. Most contemporary societies are in practice patriarchal. So anyhow, they all privileged got by man, and just they made rules were made by men, and just only they got the monopoly rights to do everything, to take participate in any economically and just sociology they can participate in everywhere as compared the women. So the monopoly rights only for the men, not for women. So that's called the patriarchal. The example of the patriarchal is like so previously sociologies and just political career, the all kind of facility only got men, not a woman. That's called the patriarchal. The second one we have the intervened. The meaning of the intervening intentionally become involved in a difficult situation in order to improve it or prevent it from getting worse. So intervened it means like when we are just entered between two fighting and entered between the two issue to resolve those things in a better way without any fight and without any bros those things. We just try to resolve those problems and just share your opinions so that resolve those issues very soon. So here the one example, the central bank intervened in the currency markets today to try to stabilize the exchange rate. So there are so many banks, but only the central bank intervened in the currency markets today to try to stabilize the exchange rate. It means like only central bank intervened in the currency markets and today to try to stabilize those things. That's called the intervene. It means when we are entered between two problems and find the solutions in a better way. That's called the intervene. The livid means extremely angry. Okay, the one example of the livid is he was livid when he found out. The second one example of the livid is the especially of marks on the skin of a purple or dark blue color, usually caused by an injury. So that whenever we got injured and just after some time we got to know that our skin going to just little bit skinny, the purplish and the bluish, and that's called the levid too. So in another way you can also say the levid. The commodity meaning the a substance of product that can be traded, bought or said. So here there's some example of the commodities. Example, the country's most valuable commodities include tin and diamonds, the international commodities market. So these commodities trading in India. So these are the these commodity are the based on just our economically that's called the commodities. Like all over the world, then the every country is having their own commodity, and they all commodity, it means like that countries depend on those commodity to selling those things in the selling to out of countries and just those things. So in an internationally way we are just selling those things, that's called the commodity markets. So in tantalizing, the meaning of the tantalizing, something that is tantalizing causes desire and excitement in you, but in unlikely to provide a way of satisfying that desire. So the meaning of the tantalizing is when we are this excitement to do something and but unlikely to provide a way of satisfying that desire, and we are just doing something to do that satisfying those desire. So it means out of reach from you those things, and but still you are just trying to satisfy you to in another way to do that. So here the one example, I catch a tantalizing glimpse of the sparkling blue sea through the trees. So anyhow the she has like tantalizing glimpse of the sparkling blue sea through the trees. After saw that he got tantalizing, so that's called the tantalizing. The same next second one is the measurely. The meaning of the measurely is very or extremely. So instead of saying the very or extremely, you can also use the measurely. It could be better and more advanced. The example of the measurely is, have you seen carries new leather jacket? It's measurely cool. So here the extra, instead of saying the very cool or extremely cool, they are mentioning the measurely cool. So measurely, the mean of overall the meaning of the measurely is very or extremely. So I hope you will use these vocabulary in your daily life conversation. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned.